Stadium, better known as the Swamp, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Powell. And the Gators will kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He'll take another shot here. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking for a gap. It's Ball. Spins away from the defense. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. It's a draw. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. To the air, it's Lagway. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that his spear flaming. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Wants to go up top on first down. The screen, and watch out. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Catch in the middle, it's McCoy. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. That's caught. It's White. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
To the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Florida State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass, it's Lagway. He'll throw it. Grab near the sticks, it's Wilson. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
Well, this game certainly doesn't have the longevity historically that a lot of other rivalries have in college football, but this game always means so much. It impacts the conference championship race, the national championship race, and the Heisman Trophy race.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. set of downs after the completion. They'll move the tight end. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Gators in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Just keeps swinging it. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
It'll be third and long. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. He's got the tight end. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down. Open space at the 25. Ripping up the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And that's the money down, man. Fourth down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Looking to throw on third. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own one. Looking to scramble. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
He's going to fire deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
There's probably a lot of people wondering right now, why do they keep throwing the football when they're backed up so much? But this is actually one of the best places on the field to do that because the defense has to cover so much space. Plus, oftentimes they're in man coverage. So this is the time to take your shots. They took one there, took a chance deep. It wasn't open. It was incomplete. You got to be thinking on third down coming up now. They're probably going to throw it again.
Keeps it and gets the first down. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. He'll off one deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
To the air on first down. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Sends it back in motion. On the snap, it's Hawkins. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Defenders everywhere as he is stopped for a loss of 5.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
A really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice third down stop.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Slot, and they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say You should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. They've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Caught in the backfield, it's McCoy. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle from us.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Oh, they're after him. He wants it all. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and
going deep. Snags it on the right. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting.
Throws toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Fires to the wideout. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
And those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a throw. Nice job by this defense.
He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. And the Seminoles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Noles come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on third down. He wants to go deep. He's got it inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Noles! That Seminole war chant is getting louder as Florida State has built a big lead.
The Seminoles have been able to seize the momentum here in the second half, and they are now running away with this thing. Big plays all over the field have the Noles now looking good.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points, and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Noles look to do some damage in the red zone. Quick completion to the right. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. The Seminoles are threatening on 1st and goal. Grab behind the line. It's McCoy. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He wants to throw it again. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
What a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage, and you just see how everybody was impressed. When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Got a man, it's Livingston.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smartly.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Caught over the middle. It's Livingston. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense picks it up.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. And, boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute it.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's McCoy. There he goes. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Douglas. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll move the wide receiver. Got it behind the line. It's Douglas. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Caught in the backfield. It's Douglas. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. A first down run in the red zone. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. And the D deny them on second and goal. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Touchdown, Florida State! And the route is on. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
They're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's ball. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to throw, it's Lagway. Moving away from pressure. Going to try to get it. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of it today.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Under fire. And the Gators will try to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Caught behind the line. It's McCoy. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Line is set on third down. The give is to Williams. Nowhere for him to run again, and now fourth down is going to be a tough one. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Off play action. He makes the grab for the two. I don't know why you need to go for two there, but they do, and it's successful. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle, it's Wilson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. At the 35, he's loose. Sprinting away. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer. Nice play there by the offense, but still a ton of ground to make up.
Yeah, this one's pretty muddy.
Oh, they try to trick him. The holder wants to pass. And he's got it. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. It was vitriolic, it was intense, and it was... Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Gators will put total weather to crank us up. Coming out with it, it's Lemon. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give on the inside. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Makes the grab. It's Lane. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw's got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's going for it all. Grabs it inside the 15. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Looking for space. It's Ball. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field. It's Flagway. Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Jackson.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Hansen. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Finds his man. It's Ball. And he's brought down after a nice game.
There's not a quarterback in college football that's not going to be successful with that much time to throw the football. And I think, Reese, I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next room, and he doesn't sound happy. No words that we could use on this broadcast.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive change.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Looking for the goal line. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Back to pass on 2nd down. Touchdown, Gator! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
it's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it.
And he runs a quick out route. Now, this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Under fire. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Miller. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Strachan. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Trojans have this offense rolling. They'll go to the ground. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. And this...
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down, get something positive. But how
comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The give to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. He breaks a tackle. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but using that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that run.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. The Trojans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, USC! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And that's exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And listen, I think the offense did a really good job isolating that running back on a linebacker, running the angle route, had him open. Running back's there. You got to make that play, man. Had a chance after the catch to do some damage.
With the catch, it's Ball. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
He'll throw on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Ball. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the sticks.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Ball. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking downfield on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Breaks into the open.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Release to the back. He's got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Florida!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll bring it out. It's Lemon. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Sanders. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Finds us back in the middle. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Using his feet to buy time. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering? A great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
And the Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's ball. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
And the Gators come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
As the offense, you want to get the ball to your playmakers and let them make a decision, let them make a guy miss, but not with that kind of defense. They were all over it right away. No third down conversion for you.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Touchdown, Trojans! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's ball. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Gators sending the offense back to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
And you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He's going to run it. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on first down. How about the quarterback there? Buys time. He's outside. He's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening. And just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another first down now. I mean, you've got the defense on their heels.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket breaking down. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick him up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Slips away. Here's the pressure. Grabbed in the backfield. It's ball. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
Fourth down and 13, and the offense is going to give it a shot. Might be changing the route. The play action fake. Here's a heat. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through three. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. They bring him down with a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run.
There he goes. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, David, they were going to have to get a lot of hats to the football. This is not an easy guy to bring down with just one guy. You have to gang tackle.
Beck's going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds after 27 as this offense tries to get something going. The Gators come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Lagway. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Flying out to the left. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gator!
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field?
How about that play? A diving snag along the right side. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Steps away. He'll try to do it, and it's a fumble. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back, and as an added bonus, they get the first down.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
To the air, it's Mayava. At the 40, there he goes. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
On the run, fires downfield. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. One more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. To the ground with the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
That's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss. And can...
Touchdown, Southern Cal! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass. It's Lagway. Keeps looking downfield. He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Well, this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field.
He's got it down the left. There he goes. Takes it out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4-yard line, and what a play on that one. And the Gators line it up with a first and goal. Wants to go up top. Forced out of the pocket. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
He'll set up to throw. He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and it is a 1-point game.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lemon. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Trojans will try to run out the clock in the final minute. Looking for a crease, it's Jordan. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Sanders. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create